Something that I can suggest, if you're flying with your kids for the first time, make sure they are well rested, all of you, adults too. It is a common misbelief that if your kid is tired, then they're gonna 100% sleep on the plane. There's a very high chance that if they are tired, they're gonna get moody. And sleeping on the plane is not the most comfortable thing. So I always suggest try to be rested, bring plenty of entertainment, bring plenty of snacks. I don't know if any of you are anti-tablets. I don't like my kids being on screens for too long. But when we're on flights, that rule goes out the window. As long as you can sit here for a long time, you get to have the tablet. Imagine it's difficult for us to be in the same spot for so long, and we're asking our children who are like naturally curious to do the same. So we want to prepare as much as possible before this. Then crying on restaurants, crying on the streets and things like that, these are just so common, and these things can happen at home as well. I wish I could give you the answers, because this still happens with us. This still happens to us sometimes when we go out eating at restaurants. So it's very important to identify these situations. And I wrote a recent post on this on Instagram. Observe your children and get to know them, because you might think, okay, I have a wild child. I think I do. Luka is just something else. And he gets pretty crazy sometimes. But the moment I stopped just judging and being the victim, really, like, just like we have to call in the higher version of ourselves and think that things don't really happen to us. You may have heard this before, right? Things happen for us. So when I started observing him, I realized that there are specific situations that he doesn't like. These specific situations where he is contained, strapped somewhere, told that he cannot move, touch, and do things, are the things that he dislikes the most. For example, being in a restaurant and being asked to sit still and not touch anything because things are going to break. So I also learned that there's so many things that he actually loves, like being completely free, running around, grabbing sticks, and just like feeling free. And by knowing this, I was able to do more of the things that avoid us the stress. For example, instead of going to a restaurant that is closed and there's so many people around there and there's a lot of things that can break, what if we go somewhere where there's a patio, where maybe there's more families there, maybe there's an area where they can play, or somewhere where he can like actually be free and be close to me so I can watch him. So the more we did the things where he was great at, the better we all felt. So it's super important for you to take the time to observe what does your kid like and put him in more of these environments. You're gonna feel better, he's gonna feel better. And if sporadically you have to like force him into something he doesn't like Luca hates, not anymore, but he used to hate car seats. When we were in Spain, he would be like trapped there and he cried for hours, and there was nothing I could do. He just had to stay there. But when you have to do it, it's like, okay, this is temporary. This is temporarily, and then we get to do all the fun stuff later. So